gold. Now we own our data, now we own that road. Stack my wallet with strategy clean. Put my people on Zoom, now they living their dream. I ain't begging for no seat at the table no more. I bring the whole squad when I walk through the door. Legacy on with strategy clean. Put my people on contracts when the beat go flip. No middlemen in this rhythm of change. Just Bitcoin, Brandon in the blockchain lane. We got keys, we got power, we don't wait for no one.
Then I'll see it be the reason we invest in growth funds.
Brandon Ivey, he the general, teaching the code.
That crypto queen in my lane and I'm carrying loads.
This ain't luck, this legacy with rhythm and pace.
We got wallets in our pocket, got the future in place.
From the hustle to the chart, we don't move with fear.
Crypto for the culture, yeah, the time is here. I don't chase no clout, I invest with class. Stacking crypto gains while they scrolling fast. ILCA, that's the family flame. Now the queens in the game got a different name. Brandon Ivey, he saw the vision clear. Told the people you the bank, make that shift right here. From the Zoom to the street to the digital zone. Now we making real wealth off a metaverse phone. Used to doubt, now I double my worth. Smart wallet got receipts for my brand new birth. Legacy knowledge, that's real flex talk. I don't wait for a raise, I just mint then walk. That lace in the whip while I stake that claim. From the block to Dubai, they respect that name. Crypto queen with the crown on tech. Ivy League raised me, now I'm cutting the check.
We got keys, we got power, we don't wait for no one.
They can see I be the reason we invest in growth funds.
Brandon Ivey, he the general, teaching the code.
Crypto queen in my lane and I'm carrying loads.
This ain't luck, this legacy with rhythm and pace.
We got wallets in our pocket, got the future in place.
From the hustle to the chart, we don't move with fear.
Crypto for the culture, yeah, the time is here.
From the block to the chain, we rise, we gain. Brandon built a path, I'll see it in flame. Bring it for the people when the vibe don't change.
In a world that's spinning fast, you see digital gold. It's the key. From the basics to the skies, Bitcoin dreams, watch them rise. Watch them rise. Ivy League crypto, take the lead. Plant the knowledge, grow the seed. Bitcoin, Brandon's got the plan, teaching crypto hand in hand. ILCA, where futures glow, building wealth, let it flow. Entrepreneurial minds unite, step by step, we ignite. Personalized paths to succeed, crypto wisdom, what you need. It's not just money, it's a spark, a thriving community. Make your mark, success is calling loud and clear. Bitcoin's future starts right here. Bitcoin, Brandon's got the plan, teaching crypto hand in hand. ILCA, where futures glow, building wealth, let it flow. It's not just money, it's a spark, a thriving community. Make your mark, success is calling loud and clear. Bitcoin's future starts right here. Bitcoin, Brandon's got the plan, teaching crypto hand in hand. ILCA, where futures glow,
Yeah. We don't just dream, we strategize. Crypto running through these enterprise minds. Catherine with the vision, Maggie holding strong, turning late nights into lifelong songs. Judy on the board, moving sharp like a blade. Jacqueline charting routes where legends are made. Ain't no hype, just discipline and faith. Brick by brick, we build a better place. We grind through shadows, rise like dawn. Linking hands where trust is born. Personal growth in every move we make. Crypto power, watch the system shake. This is ILCA, where we break the mold. Turn pain into progress, stories into gold. Hold up, bring the wisdom, Janelle brings the spark. We shine in the silence, we glow in the dark. Unified hustle, this family don't fade. Entrepreneurs forged in the fire we made. Hands on like Ivy taught, no sidelines here. Just purpose-driven plans cutting through fear. We don't just advise, we walk with you. Build real solutions, dream by dream come true. Crypto in the bloodstream, knowledge in the frame. Empowering the people, not playing the game. Resources, allies, we open the doors. They tried to lock us out, now we on the floor. This is more than networking, it's community that's working. They doubted us, but we stayed aligned. Success ain't luck, it's architected time. This is ILCA, where we break the mold. Crypto and courage, our currency bold. Shout out to Catherine, Judy, and Jackie. To Maggie, the roader, and Janelle with the savvy. Together we rise, this movement won't slow. We build in the dark. We build in the dark, and we destined to glow.
Brandon's got the plan in hand, turning crypto dreams to gold so grand. From wallets to the blockchain maze, he'll guide you through the crypto craze. Got questions spinning round your mind, ILCA's here, your answers you'll find. Bitcoin Brandon, he's the name, teaching crypto, changing the game. ILCA, where dreams ignite. Join the community, get it right. From zero to hero, take the ride. Entrepreneur skills you'll wear with pride. Personal coaching, step by step. Crypto for beginners, no need to fret. Confused by tokens, lost in the code. Brandon's here to delight in the load. Bitcoin Brandon, he's the name, teaching crypto, changing the game. ILCA, where dreams ignite. Join the community, get it right.
Brandon Ivey walked out that old 9-5. Flip the script to make us realize. Morehouse grad, political mind. Network marketing, boss builders online. 25 years of leading the way. More than 50 million sales he'll pay. And in 2010 he jumped in crypto. Hosted boot camps, taught the streets how to grow. He launched Ivy League Crypto Academy, bridging gaps wide and far. Making blockchain accessible, turning everyday people into stars.
He gave the code, taught risk and reward. Now they walk tall and no longer ignored. With tailored coaching and community praise, folks level up their financial ways.
We hold the keys to ride. Crypto light inside our eyes. From the block to bigger high. Rain built this, now we shine tonight. Anita Kaza in 2020 walked in. From corporate grind, she found a win. Under Brandon's coaching, she climbed real fast. 5-figure months, futures recap. Now heading in at ILCA. Her voice makes crypto clear for every state. Her style connects hearts and minds, lifting lives from the daily grind.
She breaks it down, makes wallets strong. Explains the terms so no one goes wrong. With every lecture, every community call, crypto becomes the key, breaking no wall.
We hold the keys to ride. Crypto freedom in our life. From zero to clutch, we're on the climb. Brandon built the dream, our need to rewrite our life. Now we rise, stronger alive. We rise. We hold the keys to ride. Crypto freedom in our life. From zero clutch, we're on the climb. Brandon built the dream, our need to rewrite our life. Now we rise, stronger alive. We
They taught us how to survive, but never how to own. He flipped that script, now we hold the code.
ILCA Brandon Ivey.
Keys in my hand, no lock, no leash.
They taught the streets how to build and teach.
Hint, from the crash to the chain, now the code run deep.
ILCA got them earning while they sleep.
Yeah, niggas broke with no vision, now they crypto lit.
Bad to the girls in the trap, you can own that.
Ivy League where the hustle get clean.
Oh, now we stack on the chain and we flip that dream. Came from the gutter, but I talk like a bank. Lessons in my mind, whole vision in rank. They were scamming the hood, I brought game to the block. Now my course more valuable than a chain or a Glock. LCA, that's legacy class. 15 deep in the first still blast. Taught the trap boys how to mine that coin and the aunties how to stake and earn in the joint. No gimmicks, just digits and truth. Crypto don't sleep, so I teach to the youth. Brandon Ivey, I don't flip the script. Turn pain to a purpose and a vision legit. Now I move through the code like a boss in stealth. Digital rebel with generational wealth. From the street like glow to the webinar flame. I ain't selling the dream, I'm changing the game.
Keys in my hand, no lock, no leash.
Remember to taught the streets how to build and teach.
From the crash to the chain, now the code run deep.
ILCA got them earning while they sleep.
They was broke with no vision, now they crypto lit.
Yeah, to the girls in the trap, you can own that shh.
Now we stack on the chain and we flip that dream.
They think I learned it now, I teach the class. Wallet unsecure and my coin move fast. Used to chase up bags, now building from code. LCA raised me, I walk with the load. Brandon said, girl, you the vault, not the chase. Now I'm buying up land in a digital space. I don't beg for a seat, I create the room. Turn trauma to tuition when the markets boom. From NFTs to DO stacks real. I don't flex, I found out what the pill. Crypto queen with a 6-figure streak. In the same hills they told me with 2 street. Call me dangerous, call me wise. I got Bitcoin eyes and decentralized ties. We ain't followers, now we the spark. LCA lit, we lead from the dark. Hey. Keys in my hand, no lot, no lead.
Able to talk the streets, how to build antiques.
Hey. From the crash to the chain, how to co run deep.
By LCA, got them earning while they sleep.
They was broke with no vision, now they crypto lit.
Yeah, told the girls in the trap, you can't own that
Every league where the hustle get clean.
Now we stack on the chain and we flip that dream.
No middleman, no debt, no limit.
Crypto is ours now.
How we hold the code.
LCA, Brandon Ivey.
ILCA, Brandon Ivey. How we hold the code.
Testing, testing, testing. How about now? Can you guys hear me now? All right. Yeah, my headphones was. All right, let me start that over. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to day 4 of the 5-day challenge. My name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of ILCA, and I know that normally you're not used to seeing me kick things off. Normally it's our hostess, Miss Marnita Casa, but she is out with her family celebrating her husband Sal's birthday today. So happy birthday, Sal. So we will not be seeing Miss Casa tonight. She will be back tomorrow night for day 5. So let's go ahead and recognize some of you guys that are here. Go ahead, type your name in the chat box where you're listening in from. Those of you on YouTube, welcome, welcome as well. Let me go ahead and say good evening to everybody on YouTube. You guys are here for the 4th day. You've survived so far. We haven't scared you off. Fantastic, fantastic. Welcome back. This tonight and tomorrow night is actually the most important information because we're going to be talking about security. Tonight is why security is so important, and then tomorrow, wallet security. So I see we have Miss Carla Arrigo on the line. Carla, I don't know if Miss Casa told you, but what that product you got her on right now is working. It's working, and I went ahead and got a position with her. So just so you know, and it. Shh. Next, we have CJ Jackson on the line, Dorothy Mays, Elijah Morgan, Jacqueline, Joyce Easley, Catherine Clement, Maggie, Matt Ramos, Michael Aluko, Midge Woods, Nathan, Patty, and Pedro Matviv, Rhoda, Rita B, and YO Bill, and all of you guys on YouTube as well. I see Stan's here. D Thompson from North Carolina. What's going on, D? Oh, I see Robin from Chicago. Robin, we were just in Chicago last month for the Chicago Impact Summit. Our next trip, for those that have been wondering, is not an event for ILCA, but a business partner that I have a lot of respect for by the name of, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. It's the New Orleans event, the Pinnacle event, Demond Crump. There we go. My mind went blank. Demond Crump's event is happening in New Orleans, November 6th. We will be down there for that. That's more for personal development and self-improvement for those of you entrepreneurs. Think Eric Worre's GoPro. So he's putting that on in New Orleans in November, so we'll be there for that one. So let's jump into what our lesson for tonight is. As exciting and great as it is to be involved in the cryptocurrency space, I see you, Leonard Long and Neil Brooks and Homer Simmons. Welcome, welcome. So, as exciting as it is to be involved in crypto, there is one glaring problem that I have with the crypto space, and it's not the fault or of crypto. It's individuals. Crypto, Bitcoin is freedom. It gives us freedom from the centralized system, the centralized government, the centralized banking entities, those individuals that can manipulate our money. That's a good thing. The bad thing is it puts that control in your hands. So the question is, are you qualified to be able to handle your own money and your own resources? We are ill-equipped for that because we're not taught that. School does not teach us financial independence. School teaches us how to be reliable in like a beehive society. From birth, we are conditioned to become worker bees. Not wealthy, not business owners, worker bees. Most people don't even know how to balance their checkbook. So now you're talking about giving the masses the opportunity to manage their own money. As old Peter Parker says about his uncle, with great power comes great responsibility. And unfortunately, there is an entire industry out there that knows this weakness, and they are preying on those of you who are getting into the space that are not educated, you're not financially savvy, to make mistakes, to steal your resources from you, steal your money. So learning how to protect your house is very, very, very important. So you don't end up in a situation where after years of hard work and savings, you end up losing all of your savings, all of your resources at the snap of a finger. That's what I'm talking about, Catherine. Making 38% today. Catherine is on it. I've now taught you how to be a walking ATM machine. Can you imagine if you're trading with $10,000? 38%. All right, so we're going to be talking about security tonight and why it's important. And this is something that probably 90% of the crypto people, they skip. They skip this. And it should be the number one thing. In fact, I feel guilty that after 3.5 years, I did not even write courses on security until January, until this year. I have in our Bitcoin 101, I think in Crypto Advanced, and maybe AI, I have maybe 1 or 2 or 3 lessons on security, but I didn't dedicate an entire series to security until this year. And I feel a little bit bad about that. And if I did not even take it that serious, what do you think the masses are? So let's go ahead and jump into this lesson because it might take me off in tangents. So I don't want to keep you guys long tonight. Let's go screen number 2. All right. Why crypto security is important. It's over here so I can see you guys. Why crypto security is important. What is crypto cybersecurity? Well, I want you to imagine this story. You wake up and you go to work one day and you hear people talking about how Bitcoin crossed $100,000 for the first time ever. You have heard about Bitcoin, you have seen it on the news, but you believed it to be fake. You have heard it on the news that it was not real money. My youngest son, when he was hearing about it was in Bitcoin, was, oh, that's not real. This thing, why are you doing that? However, you keep seeing people around you making money, and not a little bit, but a lot. You decide to go to YouTube, do some research, and learn that Bitcoin is the best performing asset in the past 15 years, period. Nothing even comes close. Type in the chat box if you guys know the second most profitable asset over the past 15 years, performing asset. Type in the chat box if you know what number two is. But number one is Bitcoin, and there's not even a close race. So you say to yourself that you can do this also, and you don't want to be left behind. You have had a successful career. You've been a hard worker, and you believe it is your time now to become an investor. You hear people say that you should get educated on this crypto space before you get started. But how hard could it be? Let's see what you guys have said. Some of you said Berkshire Hathaway, silver, gold. Anybody on YouTube know the answer to that? What is the second best performing asset over the past 15 years? Some of you have gotten it right. The answer is Berkshire Hathaway. They're number two, Warren Buffett's company. So how hard could it be, you might say to yourself? You watch a few videos, open your Coinbase account, and we went over that last night, and you purchase Bitcoin for the first time. It was scary at first, but you got through it. You then figured out how to move crypto from one wallet to another, and you are getting more comfortable with the process. There's that word, comfortable. You start to hear about other crypto tokens to be involved in that people are making money. So you figured out how to get a MetaMask wallet and transfer and swap tokens to get in on the meme game. Everything is going well, and your portfolio is growing. 1 year passes, and you're in a very good position. Your crypto portfolio has exploded. You feel like you are on top of the world and start having dreams of retiring. People are now asking you about crypto, and you feel confident to start sharing it. You know what, guys? You guys first saw me do this lesson in January. Doesn't this story sound familiar with the couple that lost 7.4 Bitcoin? Think about it. I put this together January before he lost his 7.4 Bitcoin. But this is the scenario. One day you are on social media and you start to hear about a new token that is going to be on the next Dogecoin. Hey, what do we hear in Crypto Talk this morning? Talked about some of the next meme tokens that can pop. And you can get rich quick. All you must do is go to this website, connect your wallet, and be one of the first to get the token at a discounted price before launch. Now, we've done this in Crypto Talk, but we do it together and we vet our projects, and we know how to do this process safely. Another pop quiz, type it in the chat box. If you're ever going to go to a website because you found a new project and you want to connect your wallet, what wallet are you connecting to that website? Type it in the chat box. You connect your wallet and bam, your wallet gets drained. All your crypto is gone. You start to panic and look for a customer service number to call, but realize that nobody can help you. You gave access of your wallet to scammers. So those of you in the VIP section, the cool kids, answered that question. Those of you on YouTube did not. That's why you want to be on this side so you're prepared. The answer is your utility wallet. And on YouTube side, you might say, where do I get my utility wallet from? Well, you got to be in the inner circle. We explain what that even means. But your wallet gets drained. You gave all access to your wallet to scammers. After doing some research, you learn how you got scammed and that it was completely avoidable if you knew what to look for. In other words, if you got educated on this space, you will protect yourself from falling prey to the scammers. Most scams are preventable if you take the time to educate yourself first before you attempt to build your crypto empire. And these lessons are designed to make you aware of the challenges you will face. I get this question asked to me all the time. Brandon, I got $50,000. Well, what token should I buy? I say crypto education. Like what? I said crypto education. Yeah. I get that, but where can I put my money? I want to put it in some stuff. Crypto education, and they don't get it. There's a reason why I say that. Because by learning, you're not only going to put your money somewhere, but you're going to be able to learn how to keep it and not get it lost, stolen. And here's the worst case. I had somebody. They didn't even get their crypto stolen, but they refused to get educated and they lost the crypto themselves because they forgot their password. They didn't have that written down somewhere, and they didn't have access to their two-factor authentication, and they lost their 12-word seed phrase. Nobody else had control of that but her. And then you know who she blamed after losing $10,000? She blamed me. It was my fault when she never showed up to any of the trainings and presentations and things that we did. You know, people don't want to take self-accountability, and that's where you have to do here. So get educated. And this is also why I do crypto talk every day, because how often have we ran into a new scam that's popped up that we didn't know about? My company got targeted last week from a scam that we could have ended up falling for. They were targeting crypto businesses. So this can happen to you. Most scams are preventable if you take the time to educate yourself before you attempt to build your crypto empire. And these lessons are designed to make you aware of the challenges that you will face. So let's start by talking about what is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity for crypto is an essential consideration in the rapidly evolving world of digital assets. As more individuals and businesses embrace cryptocurrencies, the transition to digitizing assets introduces unique vulnerabilities that require security measures. Likewise, as cryptocurrency grows in popularity, these digital assets are increasingly exposed to threat actors. Effective crypto cybersecurity is crucial. In the realm of cryptocurrency transactions, private keys play a pivotal role in accessing digital assets. Unfortunately, these keys have become prime targets for hackers, making robust cybersecurity for crypto indispensable. Unlike traditional financial systems, blockchain technology underpins cryptocurrencies, offering both anonymity and decentralization, which criminals actually like as well. So not only do you have anonymity of you, but the criminals also have anonymity for themselves. So while they're stealing from you, they don't even know who you are. You don't know who they are. But everything on the transactions is public. So we see all the transactions. Types of crypto scams and risks. As the popularity of digital currency grows, so do the risks associated with crypto scams. Understanding the various types of cryptocurrency scams, and they are growing by the week, is crucial for safeguarding your investments and transactions. Below are some of the most common risks and scams in the crypto world. Types of crypto scams and risks. Sensitive information theft. One of the most prevalent cryptocurrency scams that affect users involves the theft of sensitive information. Hackers often target private keys, which are essential for accessing digital wallets. Once these keys are compromised, the hacker gains full control over the victim's assets, leading to significant financial losses. Sophisticated hacking techniques. Hackers employ advanced methods to breach crypto exchanges and wallets. These sophisticated hacking techniques can lead to the loss of large amounts of digital currency. The decentralized nature of blockchain technology makes it challenging to recover stolen assets, highlighting the importance of robust crypto cybersecurity measures. Crypto mining. Crypto mining involves using computer resources to validate transactions and secure the blockchain network. However, malicious actors sometimes deploy mining malware, which covertly uses a victim's computer power to mine cryptocurrency for the attacker. This not only slows down the victim's device, but also increases their electricity costs. So let me give you an example. Have you ever gone to Starbucks before just to kind of hang out and type on your computer and do some work while you're drinking your coffee? And if you haven't, have you seen others that have? Let me know in the chat box if you've seen that. Or not just even Starbucks, but just libraries, hangout places, baristas, breakfast spots, and use the most of these restaurants and stores offer free Wi-Fi. I remember when I went on a cruise to where were we? In Greece. Every stop, Corfu and I forgot all the other islands, Santorini, the restaurants, knowing all the tourists are about to come in, they don't advertise their food. That's not the first thing you see. The first thing you see is that free Wi-Fi. Because when you're on the boat in the middle of the ocean, you don't have internet access. So everyone gets off the boat, the first thing they want to do is run and get their devices connected. Free Wi-Fi. Well, let me tell you what hackers can do with that free Wi-Fi. You connecting to their free Wi-Fi, they now gain access to your computer mining or your computer power and piggyback off of your computer power to mine crypto. So instead of one laptop power, they've got 10 or 15 in the store. And while you're in the store, you don't even know what's going on. That's just one little example of that. What about crypto mining? Crypto mining involves using computer resources to validate transactions and secure the blockchain network. However, malicious actors sometimes deploy mining malware which covertly uses the victim's computer. Here's another thing. Here's what not to do. One, I do not connect on any public Wi-Fis. I only connect on my Wi-Fi here at home, and on my mobile device, I have what is this? I always forget the name of what it's called. Let me go to my settings. This is called, yeah, my mobile hotspot and tethering. So I have mobile hotspot and tethering on my phone. So now my phone itself I can connect all of my other devices through my phone's network. So when I travel and I connect my laptop, I connect whatever phones I have to that. I never connect to hotel Wi-Fis or airport Wi-Fis. Here's something else too. You know how you want to be able to charge your phones when you're out and about? You're at the airport, for example. I never use public charging ports. Never. I always travel with something like this. And I have multiple of these. These are portable chargers. And these you get yourself two or three of these fully charged up. You'll never have to use any other charging port anywhere because this can last you for days charging your devices. So I recommend you investing yourself in those portable chargers. Also, oh, here's something else too. Also get VPN and have VPN not only on your computer, but have VPN on your phones. Yes, you can do that. I have VPN running on both of my main phones right now. I always have VPN on. Types of crypto scams and risks. Phishing attacks. This is one of the biggest. Phishing attacks are common types of cryptocurrency scams where fraudsters impersonate legitimate entities to trick users into revealing their private keys or other sensitive information. These scams often involve fake websites or emails that appear genuine, making it easy for unsuspecting users to fall victim. This is where baby boomers are getting attacked the most. They'll get an email that you think they think it's real and they click on links. They'll get a phone call with somebody trying to scam them and they fall for it. So phishing attacks is one of the biggest. The other is pig butchering. So here it is, pig butchering schemes. A pig butchering scam, also known as shazupan in Chinese, is a sneaky and long-term type of investment fraud that often starts on social media or dating apps with a romantic angle. And it doesn't even have to be romantic angle. It's more just making a social connection with somebody else. Like you found a new friend. So it's not always has to be romantic. But the romantic ones are the ones that people lose the most amount of money because now you got love involved, and with love, you've got stupid decisions and you're thinking emotionally and not logically, and you're prone to making really stupid decisions because of love, so-called love. So social media platforms used to trick victims are called pig pens. And the lies scammers tell to keep the money flowing are called pig feed. And by now, you probably know the butcher in this scenario. That's right, it's the scammer. Millions and millions of dollars has been lost to that scam. Investment scams. Investment scams lure victims with promises of high returns. Type in the chat box if you've ever been scammed through investment scams. I have. I think almost 100% of people who've been involved in crypto have investment scams. So they lure victims with promises of high returns. These scams range from fake ICOs, initial coin offerings, to Ponzi schemes. Victims are convinced to invest their money only to find out later that the scheme was fraudulent and their funds are gone. Insider threats. Insider threats come from individuals within an organization who have access to sensitive information. These insiders can exploit their positions to steal digital currency or sabotage security measures. Implementing strict access controls and monitoring systems can mitigate these risks. Now, this lesson is only giving you some of the highlights. I already wrote a whole course where each one of these highlights I have a whole lesson on. Especially if you have not done so, or if you need to go back and watch again, watch the video I have on phishing scams and pig butchering. Watch those again. And I'm going to have to create crypto security 2.0 because since 7, 8 months ago, there's been a whole lot of new scams that's popping up right now that most people don't know about. And I can say that with confidence because I didn't know about it. And I'm in this stuff every single day. So, insider threats, individuals within an organization who have access to sensitive information, that a lot of time happens with two or three ways. One, centralized exchanges, people who work for those companies. But two, you also have company or even people pretending to be a part of that organization, like MoveQuest, for example. We have threat actors inside the community who's monitoring all communication. And the moment they see somebody ask for help, they send them a direct message pretending to be customer service. They'll pretend to be Catherine and they will offer help. And then they ask you, give us your seed phrase so that we can verify things and get things working for you. You give them your seed phrase, they take all your crypto. Or they'll say, go to this website and connect your wallet so we can troubleshoot. You go to a fake website, connect your wallet, and they take all your crypto. And you thought you were talking to customer support. Never, ever, ever give your seed phrase away to anybody, even if it's somebody you think you're talking to, because there's even AI out there that's faking me, faking my voice, faking my videos. And you think you're talking to me. One woman lost $2,000 because she thought she was talking to me, and it almost was 10,000. So being protected yourself, taking preventative measures will stop 90% of the things coming your way. A lot of it will be common sense after you get crypto educated. But without crypto education, you don't even know what to look for. Here's another piece of suggestion. I said it's earlier in the week. Never keep all your crypto in the same wallet. I said that right. Number two, never, this is why I said utility wallets, never connect wallets that has all your crypto in it to other websites, especially new projects or new tokens. Everybody wants to get rich quick and be the next Shiba Inu hit or dog whiff hat, like we found out this morning, or the new ones popping up that we are a part of in our inner circle. There's four of them. In our inner circle right now, we got four brand new crypto-based tokens in pre-launch, pre-sale that we're a part of. Does that mean all four is going to be a success? Probably not. At least three of them statistically should fail. One of them should work. We just don't know which one. All right. But we took precautions before we got involved, and that's to save ourselves and protect ourselves. Here's another thing, I didn't say this on day. So what are you doing on here? Hey, get with Sal and be having enjoying your birthday dinner. So here is four rules that I live by in the crypto space that I was not. I learned by trial and error. If I didn't tell you guys this story in 2017, there was no crypto education that I can go to formal. There was no ILCA. There was no crypto type of programs to learn. The only ones that I could find is companies that want you to invest, and they might throw a couple of little basic education videos on, and that was about it. So I went to YouTube and I spent 6 months. I was serious. I didn't just let me see, let me stick my toe in and see something. No, when I make a decision, I then take action. And by the way, that's going to be the theme of when I launch Ivy League Coaching Academy. Make a decision. Make a decision. Not hope, not wish for, not let me see what happens, not let me try it out. Let me pray on it. No, make a decision. I made a decision. And then I went to work 6 months. And I learned after 6 months that 50% of the information that I learned was incorrect. And the other 50% was outdated because you upload a video to YouTube and it's outdated. You know, things change so fast, especially today. But I learned by trial and error four rules. You might want to write these down. Rule number one, education is key. Education is everything. I made some songs on that. I didn't see it in my playlist. I don't think I forgot to add them. Education is key. Education is everything. You know what? Just because I said that, I am going to pull it up. At the end of this, I'm going to play some of those songs. Rule number two, do not invest money you cannot afford to lose. I understand that? If you're going to put $1,000 on something, can you afford to lose that $1,000? 5,000, can you afford to lose that $5,000? If not, don't do it. Number three, always get a return on your investments back as fast as possible. Remember, we're in this to get a profit. You don't want to hold things sometimes too long unless you have a long-term strategy. So the reason why I say this, and from my experience, I've learned that most crypto projects since 2017, any money that you're putting down or investing, it normally takes 4 to 6 months on the, well, if I be conservative, 5 to 7 months to make your money back. And then anything after that is profit. Best case, 4 to 6 months, and you've broken even. Me doing this has saved me a lot because even if the project you're involved in either turns out to be a scam that you didn't know about, you weren't aware of, or it fails. So you also have to think too, most businesses, even outside of crypto, 90% of them fail within their first year. Let me repeat that. 90% of new businesses fail in their first year. Now you throw that into crypto, and then you put the ones that's also Ponzi's and scams and illegal on top of that. It's very rare to find a crypto-based project that works long term. So if you follow these rules, even if they don't make it long term, you don't lose. You've at least made your money back, and everything after that is a profit. Okay, so that's rule number 3. Always get a return as fast as possible. That's the first thing you do. So now you've eliminated the risk. And then rule number 4, this is where you're putting your plans and your goals. Where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What are you willing to do to make that happen? Make a decision, find a vehicle or vehicles that's going to make that a reality, take action, and then here's another difficult thing. Do not get distracted. This is very difficult because we're playing in a sandbox where new toys are constantly being thrown into the sandbox. Have you ever seen a kid on Christmas and they're getting dumped with all these new toys at once and they just don't know which one to play with? So they play with this truck for a little bit, then they're playing with this airplane, then they're playing with this train, and they don't know what to do. That's how it is in this space. There's always a new opportunity. Even if you think, oh man, I missed something, it's okay. There'll be another one. There's always an opportunity. You have limited resources. You do not have unlimited resources to get in and be involved in everything. So sometimes that means saying no to a great opportunity. I've done it. I just did it the other day. Saying no. See, people think that just because I say no means that I'm automatically, I think that the project is bad, or I think it's going to fail, or I think that it's a scam. No, it's just not the right time, and it's not part of my business plan right now. Maybe later. So you've got to be able to have those blinders on as well to swat all the distractions away. Or next thing you know, you're going to have, let's say you have $50,000, you got it scattered in 8 to 10 different things, and most of them fail and one works, and you're like, yay, one worked, but you only made $3,000 and you spent 50K. So you got to be focused. Now, following these rules does not guarantee success, but it will minimize your risk because I can guarantee that 100% of you getting into the crypto space will lose money somewhere. I guarantee it. You will, you've got to be okay with that. And you've got to be able to live with that without emotions. What I do not know is how much you'll lose, when, where, or how. But following these rules, minimize that risk. You minimize your loss. So instead of you losing $100,000, you might lose $500. Instead of you losing your life savings, you might have lost your lunch money. You understand what I'm saying here? So you minimize your risk. There's no such thing as no risk, period. And if you ever see any opportunity saying, we guarantee you're going to make this type of money, we guarantee that you're not going to lose, we guarantee, there are no guarantees, period. The future of crypto security. The more we use cryptocurrencies, the craftier cyber attackers get. From buying and selling platforms to personal digital wallets, no part of the cryptocurrency world is safe from sneaky hackers out to get a quick buck. And you know what even made this worse? I wrote this article before I learned of another thing called crimeware as a service. And then you have AI offering stealth as a or AI as a service. So these criminals do not need to be genius hackers anymore. You know, what was the name of that movie? I think it was like 1983. Like, do you want to play a game? And almost the computer almost launched World War III against the Soviet Union. And you had the genius hackers and whatnot. Not today. Today, the genius hackers created software and they're selling it so that any common criminal thug can decide, yeah, I want to steal crypto. And they have a whole package built for them to be able to do that. War games. That's right, Patty got it. Would you like to play a game? I loved that movie when I was a kid. So the more cryptocurrency, it's not even the more we use cryptocurrencies, it's the higher the value crypto gets and the more worldwide adoption that's taken place. It is important to understand that you are responsible for your crypto portfolio and nobody else. I'm going to repeat that one more time. We've been conditioned that when something goes wrong, that's called customer support. It's called the bank. No, 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 no. Here, you are responsible for your crypto portfolio, nobody else. You must not take this lightly and invest in the time and commitment to learn how to always keep your crypto safe. Your journey does not end here because this lesson is the very first lesson in the whole cryptocurrency securities sessions that I have. Your journey does not end here. You must be aware that the scammers are always looking for new ways to steal your crypto, so your education in this space never ends. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed. Oh, wait, wait, wait. This information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. And this lesson was just designed to open the door to you so you understand why cryptocurrency is so important. The next is now delving into it to get to more details. So now we're going to go into Q&A, and because this is so important, those of you on the YouTube, I'm going to leave the YouTube channel open tonight so that you can see and listen to if any of our VIP members have any questions. And I'm going to open it up to my VIP members. I'm going to give you guys a choice. Normally, I would do tomorrow wallet security, but I'm going to give you a choice on other lessons as well, besides wallet security. We can do wallet security. We can do hardware versus software security comparison, two-factor authentication in wallet. In fact, those of you guys that are VIPs that have access to our security courses, shoot a message and maybe we'll put a poll up. No, I don't want to do a poll. In our community group. You guys tell me which lesson out of the security lessons that you'd like us to cover for our 5-day challenge for tomorrow. If nobody, I'm going to go with our second lesson in this course, which is wallet security. But we've got, just to give you the headlines of what we got, hardware security, hardware versus software security comparison, two-factor authentication in wallets, security storing private keys and seed phrases, cold storage for cryptocurrency security, crimeware as a service, cryptocurrency exchange security, decentralized exchanges and security, smart contract audit and security, protecting against phishing scams, pig butchering scam in crypto, crypto jacking and malware protection, multi-sig wallets for enhanced security, privacy coins, and the challenges of anonymity. So I want you guys to type that in our Telegram group, community group, and then I'll pick whichever ones you guys have the majority, which one we will choose, and we'll do that for tomorrow. So those of you that's on the YouTube side, you might see a lesson you would have never seen before unless you were on our inside, our platinum members, or you purchased all the courses. Again, the only way to get all of our security courses, you would either have to purchase them or you're a platinum member. Not even our diamond members have access to the security courses. So with that, let's open it up for Q&A. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and raise your hand. I'll call on you. And those of you on YouTube, I'm not going to close the line. I'm going to leave it up here. Leonard says, can you explain why I should scan QR codes or why you shouldn't scan QR codes? Okay, here's another security reason thing. If you're out and about, I was out in Anaheim the other day and we're just walking up and down the street and all the restaurants, they have their menus outside, and now what they have is a QR code. So you scan the QR code and the menu pops up on your phone so you can, it's all digital now. You go to a blockchain expo and you see QR codes everywhere, advertisements on walls, on phone poles, utility poles, on papers, on desks, leaving around, and it's very convenient. And people go, just pull out my phone and I can scan the QR code. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Even at restaurants, say, yeah, just give me the menu. I don't want to scan because think of it this way. You've heard of gasoline scams where people are putting fake devices on if you're going to put your credit card in at the gas pump, or if you go to an ATM machine and there's these fake scanners on it that you don't know. So the moment you put your card in there, it's reading your card information and it's not really the bank's. Same concept here with the QR codes. You scan a QR code that's fake, that now you're downloading malware onto your device. Now, there is a solution to this. The same way I say you should have a utility wallet, have a utility phone. I have two phones, main phones, really, one's kind of personal and one's for my business. But I'm leaning more towards having a utility one for utility as well that I can use to scan stuff because there's no crypto on that device, there's no banking information on that device, and that is safe to use if you're going to do that. So if you downloaded malware onto that phone, it's not connected to any of your other stuff. So since I'm in MoveQuest and I've got multiple devices, if I'm out and about, remember my main phone has mobile hotspot. So I just connect one of my other phones that does not have a phone line attached to it, and I connect that to my mobile hotspot, and then I use that phone to scan QR codes and things like that. That you can do because that phone is safe. There's no incriminating information on there for you. But don't get into the habit of just scanning QR codes. Scammers will use that as a way to get around your security features. And then make sure also on your phones you do have your like a VPN set up or security on your phone that can block if a malicious website comes up, but you don't know if something's been downloaded onto your device. So be careful for that. That's a good question to ask, Leonard. Anybody else? I see Patty. Go right ahead, Patty.
Hold on. I'm getting there. Oh, wait, what happened to me?
I see something.
I don't know how I flipped around. Oh, good Lord. All right, I'll turn it off. I was turning my video on, but that's not working. Okay, so question. With Trump being more pro crypto and companies such as BlackRock and things like that are really entering and creating a position in the crypto space, eventually there's going to be some oversight. So if we were to compare it slightly with banking, like the FDIC insured up to 250,000, do you think there's any government entity or any agency that could oversee a part of the crypto community? And if they were to oversee it, what would you recommend that they would put into practice? That
is already happening.
Okay.
Trump had elected a what did they call it? Digital something czar, and he just stepped down, resigned, and a new one's taken his place. So there's already a government task force that's dedicated to monitoring anything digital and crypto in the United States. Biden didn't have that. Biden only used the existing agencies, which is the IRS, the SEC, the FTIC, When it comes to the banking world, you have the FDIC. They're the ones that insure our money in our bank accounts. So if anything were to happen with the bank, your money's insured up to $250,000. If you have $1 million in the bank, you lost everything except
Right.
$250,000. In the crypto space, eventually you're going to see that same thing when it comes to centralized exchanges. So you're going to see Coinbase, Gemini. We just found a brand new exchange this morning in Crypto Talk that I
Right.
never
Yep.
knew about that's in the United States. Binance.us, Kraken. These exchanges will be backed by the federal, like the FDIC as well, because they're going to have to be, the law's going to be written. If they're holding custody of people's money, resources, then they have to have some form of insurance tag behind it. So that we are going to start seeing that happen. And I do agree with that. You're not going to see that on your decentralized exchanges or your decentralized wallets because that is in your custody. So you're responsible for that. So does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So let's take, for example, my friend who we know got scammed over almost $250,000, right?
Hmm.
So it's, although it was reported to as many agencies as we could, the Secret Service actually steps in and will investigate crypto scams and crypto fraud like that, but it has to exceed a certain amount of money. And it is actually 250,000. And she was just shy of that.
Mm.
And then when they don't step in, it's like, well, we'll just put it back to your local law enforcement who has no experience in trying
Mhm.
to resolve a crypto scam. So somewhere along the way, there's got to be someone who can step in who has the resources to be able not to maybe fully protect because we have to be responsible for what we do on our own. But on the
Mhm.
same account, they have ways of being able to trace things back that we may never find because we don't have the computing power to do so, where the government does because they have the resources to do that. So that's what I was asking about.
Yeah, well,
Where
eventually, yes. Eventually, there'll be an agency that will do for the government, or unless the government outsources it to a private agency like
Yeah.
Chainalysis, where there's
Yeah.
companies where their entire goal is they want to map the blockchain. They're taking all as many Bitcoin wallets as they can find, and if they can get any information on who owns that wallet, they're collecting and creating a database. And they're doing that through all the exchanges because you have to do KYC so that if somebody's crypto is stolen, the moment it hits any centralized exchange along the network, they're able to flag that, freeze it, tag it, reverse back to who owns it, and then prosecute it. Right now they don't have the manpower to do that, especially the Trump administration cut a lot of the services in the government and also the IRS. So they're short man to even do that right now. But eventually, yes, there's going to be an entire task force. So it will be more difficult for criminals to not only they'll be able to steal the crypto, but then transfer that crypto back into fiat. That's going to become more difficult for them down the line. So yes, I believe that there's going to be that service
Okay, cool.
eventually.
All right. Well, thank you for that. So on Monday in Crypto Talk, I will show you the entity that where you can to an extent find out who owns a wallet.
Okay, great, great.
I'll show that. Okay, thank you. Great
All right.
week.
Thank you, Patty.
Welcome.
Next up, Catherine Clement. Go right ahead. Uh-oh, you're unmuted, but I don't hear anything. Or is that just me? Do you guys hear sound
How about
from
now?
Catherine? Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to share a way that someone got scammed. There's a setting on our phones, and I don't know what it is, like NFC or something. And if another phone gets in near your phone, if that setting's on, it can actually like clone your phone or steal from your wallet. And the way that it happened was this person was in an Uber. I don't know if it was Uber or Lyft, but it was one of those.
Mhm.
And the driver asked her to put her address into his phone. She had her phone on her lap, when she took his phone and went to put the address in, which was
Oh,
a red flag because those I actually drove for Lyft and Uber for 2 years. So they give you all that information. There's never any reason for you to take one of their phones to put anything in there. She should have jumped out of the car at that point, actually,
mhm.
because you don't know who you're with. But so make sure that that setting is not on your phone and that you're not getting your phone in the vicinity of somebody else's phone that could be trying to steal your stuff. And they drained her wallet, like just like that.
Thank you for that, Catherine. And I think Loretta on YouTube just asked that. How do you protect your phone from being cloned? Turn that feature off on your phone. If you don't know how, get with your phone provider, find out on the settings, the near field C. Well, I forgot what the C stands for. But yeah, the NFC, you want to make sure it's turned off. All the iPhones, they are automatically defaulted on. So the moment you put them together, the heads together, ding, 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 they read each other. But you want to have that off. And also the airdrop feature, where you can airdrop to everybody in the vicinity, have all of that stuff turned off. And you can prevent your phone from being cloned. And don't let anybody else handle your phone, and don't, like what Catherine said, don't handle anybody else's phone near your phone. So you'll be good. So thank you for that, Catherine. Next up, Rita. Go right ahead.
I was wondering if a person's wallet ever was to get compromised with the seed phrase. When you have multiple wallets, sub wallets within that wallet, how does that affect all the other wallets? Does getting a person's seed phrase allow access to all the wallets and sub wallets?
Yes, it does.
Wow.
If you have MetaMask, and that's until what Kenny showed us earlier this morning, that MetaMask now has a feature that you can have as separate wallets with separate seed phrases. But if you have one MetaMask wallet and multiple sub wallets, that one seed phrase accesses all of those sub wallets. Now, every sub wallet also has its own private key for its own wallet, but it's still attached to that one seed phrase. So that's why you protect that seed phrase with your life. You never give that up. Now, it doesn't mean that you can get lucky where if your seed phrase was compromised and somebody was to input that, they may not know you've got 20 or 30 wallets attached to that. They may only are attacking the main one that's there, and but they're so savvy now, they're checking the whole thing because you can put once they've got that seed phrase, then they can take the whatever wallet address they now have, put it in block scan, and it will say everything that's attached to that, so that they can see it. So yeah, that's a security uh, problem. And MetaMask now is saying, oh no, well, you can have multiple wallets with different seed phrases.
Okay, second question, just piggybacking onto that. I wish there was a way, probably the answer is no, but to change your seed phrase just to have total security. I wish there was the ability for these wallets to allow a person to generate a whole new set of seed phrases. Just, let's say if you want to change your seed phrase every few months or a year, that would be great if they did that one day.
Well, here's is what you do. Instead of changing your seed phrase, you just move your tokens to a different new wallet and rotate and
But
never keep it in the same at the same time
the
and
hard
generate
part
new seed
is
phrases.
like, let's say MoveQuest, our NFTs, we undocked all these,
Yeah,
um,
that's the problem.
paid
Because
to
then now,
undock all these things. Yeah.
yeah, if you get a new wallet, now you got to pay to undock all new docking slots. So that's the drawback on that one.
Thank you.
No problem. That's a great question. Anybody else? Any other questions? See, on Apple phones, we will bring devices together, feature airdrop settings. Yeah. All right. We're right at the top of the hour. Great question. Oh, Michael Aluko. Go ahead, Mr. Luco.
Yeah, hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I just want to inject something to the same question that that lady just asked. Are you familiar with SafeFile?
Safe Pal, I've
wallet?
heard of it, but have not used it.
Oh, I think it's something that everyone needs to try. I've been using it for a long time, and it's
What
a
does
great
Safe Pal do?
wallet. It's a cold wallet, but you can operate it on your phone. But the thing is, before you can take anything out of that wallet, you have to give the permission on a separate. It's more like a credit card that comes along with it. You
Okay.
cannot take money out of that wallet unless you connect it to the phone and through your Bluetooth. To connect
Mm,
it, you're gonna have to put in your code and permission to allow you to transfer that money. So even if somebody steal your phone, they can actually see that fund in your account of the crypto, but they can't take it out unless they have that
Safe
little
Pal.
pad like a credit card shape.
Okay. Write that down.
Yes.
Safe Pal.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
that's good information, Michael.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me? All right. Think we lost Michael there, but yeah, that was good information. All right. Next up is Mr. Taylor.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Um, yeah, just to follow up on what Ms. Rita was saying, and this has happened to me. I've told this story where I have my Gala wallet
Hmm.
not hacked, but I inadvertently gave someone access to it, and they got my private key. Uh, at the time, this was before ILCA, before I got educated. I didn't
Right.
even know that you can go in and there's a place where you could get your private key. I gave them my password, someone I was working with learning crypto, and gave them my password to log into my account to help me with a problem. And I didn't know until my wallet got drained later that they had the private key and they put a bot on there to drain a wallet once I converted my Gala into Ethereum.
Ethereum. Mm.
So, but what I learned from that, and this is for everyone, Rita, everyone, even if someone gets access to your wallet, please make sure, and this is what I do now, because the wallet's still compromised, but they can't do anything because I have 2FA on everything.
Hmm.
I believe every wallet gives you the option to turn on 2FA for your login, your withdrawals, your deposits. So it seems like a pain in the butt sometimes, but every step you take, if you're going to withdraw, is you have to put in your 2FA. It tells you where your authenticator code to withdraw. If you're going to deposit, it asks you for your authenticator code. When you log in, it asks you for. So make sure that's an extra layer of security, because if someone does get your seed phrase or your private key, if you don't have the 2FA on, that still stops them from taking anything out of your wallet. So it gives you a chance, if your wallet is compromised, to still be able to move it or shut it down and move your assets to a different wallet. So do not sleep on that feature. Look at your wallets, go into your security, and it gives you a list of what you want 2FA turned on for.
Hmm.
Every function you do in your wallet, you should have 2FA on it. Yes, it takes a little extra time. It's a pain in the butt. Sometimes we be trying to move fast, but it's gonna save you later. I lost over, I think it was 150,000 Gala coins.
Ooh. Ooh.
At, that was my first. But yeah, so for extra security, make sure you have 2FA on every step of what you have to do in that wallet. Slow down, take the time, because that's going to save you later. Because with all these scams and you don't know what's in the background on something you download, that malware gets on there. Yeah, they may get your password, they may get your key, but they're not going to have access to your 2FA. So that's going to say you. So look at your security features, make sure everything is turned on. Take the extra time to go through the process and slow down.
Now, let me add on top of that because that's very good information, Kenny. Also, if you got 2FA on your phone, put biometrics, turn it on to access that 2FA so that once you click on the app, it's going to say, just like you're getting into your phone, you're going to have to either use your fingerprint or facial recognition just to get into your 2FA. I didn't do that until what, 2 weeks ago, last week. So that's just another extra security feature in case if your phone is ever compromised, somebody opens up your 2FA on your phone, they still can't get into it because they don't have your biometrics. So that's another great feature. And speaking of 2FA, always have it on more than one device. So if you're going to an exchange or a wallet and it says, all right, let's get your 2FA set up and you got to scan the QR code, scan it. I have it actually on 3. Scan it on multiple devices because if you lose one device, you will still have your 2FA on another. Also, make sure when you're setting up your 2FA that you write down it's also a recovery phrase for that 2FA. And I didn't do that at first. And I didn't realize that I should have done that where I was using multiple devices. And then I upgraded one of my main phone and got a new phone, but I transferred all my apps over. This was the very first time I ever did this. And then when I went to open 2FA, it was empty. And I was like, what in the world? All the apps came over. How come it's empty? Well, yeah, the apps came over, but now I need to recover the information from that app. And it asked for my 2FA. It's not a 12-word seed phrase. It's like just one string of lines. It looks like a wallet address, and you just paste that in there and it pops up. But luckily, I already had 2FA on my other phone, so I was able to open that up, find what the key was, and then put it in on my new phone, and everything popped up. And so just remember that step. If you open up 2FA for the first time and it's going to give you the key to that 2FA, write that down so that don't screenshot it and save it somewhere on your computer. That's just as important as your personal seed phrases. But that's something I learned much later on. So thank you for that one, Kenny. All right, everybody, that is it for tonight. No, I don't do the replays of the 5-day challenges. I don't put them up until after the recap call. You can see them on the YouTube channel. So if you go to the ILCA YouTube channel, you can see the replays from all the days so far. But I officially upload them into our 5-day challenge group in our portal after Monday night recap call next week. Tomorrow night, we're going to cover security, but we're going to do a lesson chosen by you VIP members. So make sure before you go to bed tonight, you go to the ILCA community group in Telegram, type in there which security lesson you want us to cover tomorrow, and that's what we will do. If I don't see a consensus on anything, I'm just going to do basic wallet security for tomorrow night. Saturday, we were going to have an ILCA presentation where I'm going to talk about what ILCA is and all the services that we offer. So for those of you that have been on YouTube watching us all week and you want to be able to join our community, Saturday, I'm going to break down just what is in our community after you become a VIP member. And then Monday night, we're going to do a recap call, but I'm going to be talking about how to make money in crypto. That'll be on Monday night. So that's all of the things we've got going on. Wait a minute. Monday, isn't that Labor Day? Because I know I'm going to be in the pool swimming and then eating some barbecue. Let me think about that. Ah, okay, then let me change it up. Instead of doing a Monday night recap call, I'll do the recap call for Saturday then. Let me think on that. Because Tuesday night's our diamond class and we got to get back into trading. And I don't want to tie everybody down on Monday night. Yeah, everyone's going to be on vacation this weekend. Let me think on that. How I'm going to do that. but we will be doing something for Saturday morning at least. So nothing on Monday night. All right. With that, take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow night, day 5 of the 5-day challenge. And oh, I gotta play my music about education is key. Education is everything. Where did I have that? Say, I have not vetted all of these songs yet, but I do have, yeah, there it is, called Education is Key, Education is Everything. So I'll play 2 songs. You guys probably never have heard these songs yet. So let me share screen for that. There we go. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Education is key, everything.
They say the future's knocking loud. It's time to stand up from the crowd. A new horizon. Don't you see? Bitcoin, blockchain, the key to be free. Oh, no more waiting. No more delay. The ILCA lights the way. Education is key. It's everything we need. The 5-day challenge plants the seed, unlock the door. Step into the light. The future's here. It starts tonight. Brandon Ivey's got the plan to make you bold, to help you stand. No need to fear, no need to hide. Crypto knowledge will be your guide. No more shadows, no more haze. Ivy League shows you the way. Education is key. It's everything we need. The 5-day challenge plants the seed, unlock the door. Step into the light. The future's here. It starts
Five days to change your mind, unlock the code, leave doubt behind. Brandon Ivey's got the key to crypto's grand mystery. Bitcoin's the door, blockchain's the light, education's the weapon to fight the night. Education is key. Education is everything. 5 days and you'll start to sing. Unlock the future, learn the way. Join the ILCA, need to fear, no need to stall. Beginners rise, we'll teach it all. Step by step, it's crystal clear. The future's now, the future's here. Block by block, we build a chain. No more loss, only gain. Crypto dreams, they start today. Brandon leads the only way. Education is key.